only person on the planet who thought that that phone call meant we were going to enter ceasefire negotiations was Donald Trump. The Russians haven't said they want a ceasefire. Putin hasn't changed his objectives. He's never said he wants peace. You know, it's all what we're all reacting to is Trump acting like there's going to be something will change, and therefore people think, well, American president says it must be true, but actually there's no evidence on the ground at all.
So these are some interesting points made by Anne Applebaum. She is a historian and she is also a journalist. She wrote a book called The Goulash, which won the Pulitzer Prize. Awesome. And she's also written some other books as well. The first thing that I want to communicate is that a negotiated agreement between the Ukraine and Russia could have and should have already been done. And when I say a negotiated agreement, I'm really talking about at least a ceasefire, but ideally a treaty of peace. 4 months because President Trump is in a good position to help them. But unfortunately, I don't see the skills happening there. What I will communicate is that when President Trump sends the Secretary of State, I've said it, and hear me say it again, that the Secretary of State lacks the skills and lacks the temperament to help them to reach a negotiated agreement. The Secretary of State lacks the skills and the temperament. Now, let's move on to the next point. Putin, as I've said before, if he really wanted to negotiate an agreement, he would quit adding things to his list, number one, and he would quit saying, number two, these things on this list right here are non-negotiable. But he keeps doing that, Putin. So every time that Zelensky and Putin are supposed to be negotiating a treaty or at least a ceasefire, that's what Putin does here. That's called bad faith. That's all there is to it. He's not serious because he's more interested in the minerals, in the land, in the glory, and some other things. Another point. This is a great opportunity for the United States Representative President Trump to go over there and to sit down with them and to seriously negotiate things and be honest with both of them and saying, this is maybe realistic, this is not realistic, wow, you all could really do this right here, and help to bring not just saying peace, but stability worldwide. Because every time there's a war like this, it brings instability to the world. And right now, the world needs stability. Ever since COVID-19 in 2020, we have lacked a lot of good stability in the world in all kinds of ways. It's not fair to the parties in the conflict. It's not fair to the United States citizens and the constituents. It's not fair to the international community to mislead in information, and it's not ethical. We don't need President Trump to wave his hand and say there is a peace agreement or there's a ceasefire when there isn't. So and it goes right back to the comment I made just a little bit ago that affects stability in the international community.